Greetings, my friends. This is Maerlande. Today, we are going to continue with Game 60 of the tournament and turn 25, and then I have to jump because I had a glitch for a couple turns and didn't archive them successfully. But this is still pretty quiet stuff. So here's the overall view. You can see that I have pretty much 100% scouting. And you can also see, or you will see, that is still fighting on every front. You can see that he's largely been chased out of Eddyheim, and Agartha is alive and doing okay. And then Andromania is pounding hard on Pangaea. So Pangaea, well, is in deep doo-doo. So all that talk about my imminent demise, and I'm going to lose the game because Pangaea is better, I don't think really hangs in there. Oh, on a channel note, I'm really trying to hit my 3,000 watch hours for partner. I'm close, but anybody watching, if you could do me a favor and just leave it on, just so you watch the whole thing. Not a big deal, but now I get good retention, really good retention, so that isn't a huge issue. But because the Dominion's market's kind of small, and I do really well in this market, but it's really not that big a market, I really struggle to get the watch hours. I've got plenty of subs for partner. Okay, back to the game. So let's go in, and you can see I'm making another attempt. At least, yeah, this is the second attempt. Over here, I am calling the god because the god got knocked down by that funny bunch of, what do you call them, cavemen. And the palisades are going up, so I've left a really huge garrison there, even though Andromania is super busy, so there's really no threat. And borders are still negotiated and locked in by a 10-turn agreement. I believe that agreement is close to lapsing, but so let's look over the action. So this one's funny. This is funny. I mean, what the heck is this? A tavern under the water, and my poor guy, these sleeping commoners cause problems. Just watch this. This is funny. Again, we saw the barmaid beat up my empoisoner. Well, this time, just see what happens. So he buffs a little bit. I think this script wasn't so good because fatigues him out. Yeah, so he's over fatigue. This script actually sucks. But I was playing around with scripts. So there you go. Look at that. The Triton. Where is he here? Come on. Yeah, that's the Triton commander. Makes a mess. And now I got to deal with two commoners. And he runs away. Isn't that hilarious? Okay, well, let's look at the other battles. That is really not much to see. Won't spend time on that. What do we got here? Okay, so pretty basic army for Veti, but killing a lot of PD. That's 21, I think. So, not outrageous. 21 is in that range of economically viable. Another one. Oh, a little bit of independence. Yeah, that's from me taking the throne of Gaia. So there's some earth elementals and gnomes popping up. That will settle down fairly quickly. Okay. Andromania taking some PD. Andromania taking some PD. Eddyheim taking some PD. More of the same. What do we got here? Oh. So the Grove Guards do not cut it against Agartha. Main Panston. Oh, also, yeah, he's in the cave. So they're taking a heck of a penalty. And sepulcrals are big. So the trample doesn't work. How's the volumes? Seems okay. I'm actually going to turn the sound effects down a little bit. Yeah, so the sepulcrals, so a significant advantage in attack and defense due to the darkness. And the chill aura is going to make a mess. Crossbows doing what crossbows do. Okay, so some of the Grove Guards flank. Hopefully, are they going to spend their time smacking on Soulless? Nah, they're going to beat up some entrance guard. Oh, yeah, some good fire happening. Okay. Well played by Agartha. Well played. Master Lich. So, nice nice work by Agartha. He would have had even less losses if perhaps there had been something to draw that bottom flank of the Grove Guards. But you cannot completely deal with that stuff. And, oh my, Andamania just took a fort. There was not much in it. Much in it at all. I think we can do this on the speedy zippy side. Yeah, we'll just do this on the speedy zippy. There just aren't enough troops to hold the gate. And that's a lot of crossbows. Yeah, they're in already. And they did not all go up the walls. Oh, now they do. It's always a problem when you're storming a castle gate is getting some of your guys to hopefully rush to the back. But they have a tendency to go park their butts all lined up doing nothing. It's kind of dumb. Okay, we could speed this up all the way. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's what we wanted. And that is over. All right. So let's take a look at that. Well. That puts... Oh, that's not Pangaea's capital. There's Pangaea. And that's a big army. Excuse me. Sorry for that. But you can see Andromania has... excuse me. I'll edit that out. You can see Andromania has some significant reinforcements coming. Now, I'm not sure this was against Pangaea. Okay. Now, I don't know what agreement Andromania and Bettyheim, I don't remember. I think they're kind of agreeing to sort of divide it up. And then Agartha, well, it all started when everybody tried to kill Agartha. First Pan and everybody jumped in. Well, that didn't work, so... All right, on the messages, we got some events, growth and income. Those are nice. A little bit of air gems, temporary tax, and a 10% loss. A worldwide event. Yeah, that's the Throne of Gaia. So that generates, earth gnomes and sort of stuff like that for a short amount of time. Now, let's take a look. All right, growth 3. Sweet. Throne of Gaia is nice. And troops-wise, not a heck of a lot. I think we're going to miss seeing this fight because I think the turn that this happens got damaged. And then everything else is pretty much just moving dudes where they need to move. Look at the underground. Okay, so we're building a palisades here to lock down the steel ovens. And then I'm bringing every kind of important mage I can get there for the significant 20% construction bonus, which does stack with dwarven hammers if I had enough earth gems. My earth gem income is not great. So hammers are not going to happen soon. Over here, working towards trying for this one, and that's about it. And then We're continuing to grab a Camazotz. You know, and continuing to constantly grab Lizard Shaman. But I didn't feel this was worth the fort, because obviously the fort's here. Lizard Shaman are great. If I had lots of spare gold, I would fort this and speed up that production, but stuff happens. So I think we can call turn 25 done. Yeah, we'll call that done and we'll move on. So the next one, we got to jump to 28. I'm sorry for the glitch, but we will have a look here. Yeah, so this is 28. Okay, I'm trying one more time. One more time. At least we'll see this fight. You can see they've been knocked out a bit, but the Sphinx is still there. So I could tell you that fight, I did whittle them down, but it still wasn't enough. And this time, this is a much bigger army. Much bigger army. We got some flanking, serious chariot flanking, got long deads in proper formation, stacks and stacks of them, and a few long dead here just to sort of hold that flank. And the Pretenders here to give some flame ward. Okay, now overall, oh my, Angea just got hammered. Absolutely hammered. Let's watch this. Okay, Manticores. Nice. He's going to try to snipe the back line. And he's set up with Satyr Hoplites to hold the front line. Guards following. Okay, but what has Andamani done? Well, bodyguarded his commanders. No much Magi. Oh, okay, yeah, he's got a sandwich here with this Magi in the middle. Good play. Good play. And some up front. And some gems. And some gems. That's the Prophet. And a Serene Saint. Holy 4. Okay, let's get started. Okay, what do we got? What's he bringing in the front? Ah, he put some crossbowmen in the front. Ooh, interesting. That can be a good play. Oh, look at that. He put up Solar Eclipse. My, oh my. So, he's got partial dark vision. So stats are good. Look what it does to the Grove Guards. Just destroys their stats. Plus, these guys are size 4. So they can't be trampled. Okay, folks. Sorry for the cough. I got a tickle in my throat. So I'm going to restart this. We'll speed it up. All right, here we are, roughly where we were. And as you can see, so these guys are the cheaper dogmen. Up in the front, sort of try to pull everything into the middle if possible, hopefully to avoid being flanked. Now the Manticores, okay, there they are. The Manticores are in the back. They made a bit of a mess. They killed a couple of these magistrates. They're being beat up pretty hard, but they did a fair job. That's going to be a bit costly. The Grove Guards are getting pounded. But this is, you know, huge losses on both sides. What really matters is how this all... Oh, Howl. So that, you know, I don't think is going to have a significant effect. All right, so the crossbows broke. Some of the crossbows broke. Howl could have some consequences, although he threw up some little insects that will tie up what wolves. But you need a long fight for Howl to really work. And it does work, but the darkness is pretty significant. Of course, the crossbowmen are severely impeded by the darkness. All right, so some of the senatorial guard are broken. And the front line is about to break. Yes, it breaks. Okay, everything broke. This guy gonna get away? Maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like that one may not get away. Everybody else pretty much gets away. And there are not many Grove Guard left. Wow. Okay, so this was a technical victory from Pangea. But this, he can't recover from this, really. I mean, yeah, what survived is probably back in the fort, but he lost just about all the Grove Guards, all the Manticores, most of the Satyrs, one of the Pans. And in contrast, Andromania lost one mage, some commanders, still has 2 commanders, so the troops aren't running away. Lost one cheap priest, and mostly lost the cheaper. Well, these guys aren't cheap. But you can see Andromania is still sitting on top with 120 units. And reinforcements here, and reinforcements maybe here if they can get across the mountain. It's hot, so they should be able to. Over here, okay, they caught my scout. That's a small bunch of, not much of much. Here, taking out some vampires. Okay. Well, I'm not really sure there's much point in attacking an independent when it's about to be smashed. He could have saved that and just waited and defended. All right, now we got Agartha. Well, Agartha is fighting Andromania. So it would be somewhat sensible at this point. Now, they may have made an agreement that Agartha gets some land back, particularly the capital circle. That would be a very fair agreement. So for me, you know, big army going here. We'll see that next turn, which I did archive. The previous one did whittle down the independence a bit, but not massively. We are doing some remote searching. Down underneath, here comes the lab and the temple and the palisades. And I'm collecting Long Dead, doing some site searching, reaching over here. Pretty simple stuff. And I did not take this one because Vedi came and grabbed it. No big deal. I would have had it if I hadn't had the glitch. But so, boy, there is not much else to see. Doing well on the growth. My handles are doing well. You know, I want to push them a little more in certain places. One thing I am working on is templing up. So I have 7 temples. At 3, I'll go up to Dominion 8. Sorry, at 10 temples, 3 more. So every 5 increases your maximum Dominion, maximum candles. And I make the Long Dead. They are a Dominion summon. So the more candles, the more Long Dead I make. I don't make the good ones, like the chariots and stuff. I make the basics. So is there really... Okay, this fort is done. This one I started just because it's in the right place. Underneath, just the one fort. I'm not going to fort this one. I'm happy with the Kamazots every 2 turns. They're useful. They're not great magi. Every once in a while you get something very cool on the randoms. So these are all good randoms, but it's only 10%. So you got to get a lot of them. Where's the profit going? Okay, the profit's just going around trying to push candles. So this is effectively static. I did get an agreement to take this one from Andromeda so that I could enter the war, but at this point, nothing's happening. I think we've covered turn 28. Yeah. All right. Now, if anybody wants a detailed analysis of a fight, I'll remind you that I'm happy to do that as a separate little video. Just tell me. Otherwise, I think the analysis you see here is probably sufficient to get a decent feel. And as time permits, I will do some more in-depth scripting videos. However, the whole thing with me going to college is really getting busy, and everything's crazy busy. So plus we had a glitch, you may have heard, with patch 627 had a couple of more or less game-breaking bugs. Now Ailwinter did an awesome job and got it fixed overnight, and it looks like everything's good, so we restarted. But that put a pause on the turns. We are up and going again. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here with 28. I know it's a cliffhanger, but next video will show the action here. That may be a couple days, depending on how our turns go. We are on 39, so turn 29 would be the only turn I would video right now. And I like to do a couple, but a short video isn't a bad thing. So you folks all have a great Monday, and this should be up later today. Take care.